Tim Collins with Cullman today. I'm at Oliver Woodard Stadium with Councilman Andy Page. Mr. Page, you got a big announcement today, don't you, sir?
Yes, sir.
You're going to be running for office again, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
That's coming up when? August 23rd. Qualifying's coming up.
Qualifying's coming up by middle of July, and the election's in August.
That's right. Well, now, you're no stranger to city politics. You ran in 2008. You won. 2012, you won even more handily. 2016, what do you feel like your chances are?
Well, Tim, I'm going to be honest with you. Just like the first two times, I'm running like I'm behind, and I plan on knocking on every door in Cullman if I need to, if I have opposition, and that's kind of the only way I know how to do it. Keep it simple.
Well, you know, I've heard stories about you. You literally put on your running shoes and you get out there and just literally go to door to door.
Absolutely.
Am I mistaken? I've heard this may be a rumor, but I heard that in the last campaign, 2012, you went out to and got to at least 3/4 of the houses in the city of Cullman. That's a lot of houses.
That's a lot of houses. That was 2008, Tim.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I got my dates wrong, but the facts are the same. You did it. Now, tell the folks what you have in mind. I know your campaign strategy in past years is it's all about Cullman's future. Is that going to change this time?
Same thing. I ran first in 2008. My motto or slogan was "For the future of Cullman." 2012, same slogan, "For the future of Cullman." 2016, same slogan, "For the future of Cullman."
Well, you're pretty good, and some people say you're a little bit visionary and prophetic because this very place we're sitting on, you coached your last football game here back in the 90s, and you had a vision about this track being here, didn't you?
I sure did. In the late 80s, I was starting a track meet up in Athens, Alabama, a 1A, 2A state track meet, and I was a starter that day. And after working there a couple of days, I kind of had a vision that someday I'd like to see this happen in Cullman, and that was in the days of 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. And the small schools were at one site, and 3 and 4A, which were the big schools, were at another site. So I planted the seed right there, and last year it came true. So
well, a couple of weekends ago, you had your second big state tournament here, and by all accounts, the doors were blown out. There were 6,000 people a day.
Average 6,000 a day for 3 days, and all the hotels, motels were full, and generated about $140,000 for the area, not only the city, but Chamber of Commerce, Cullman County.
Well, and those are conservative numbers. I mean,
yeah.
Westmore made sure to point out that those are numbers he could document. Who knows what the actual income was beyond that?
Absolutely. We just, that's very conservative.
Now, as a visionary and looking to the future, what do you see coming up 2016 and beyond that you would be working on if you were reelected?
Working on Duck River, completion of Duck River. The North Shopping Center, Tim, is about complete. Several more stores. Panera Bread, Ross department store. And we're pretty close to completion. Got a couple of restaurants that's going to be up there, and that's going to be huge for us. And then, of course, the Burris property down on Highway 222. County Highway 222 is huge for us, and we got some big plans for that.
Well, that's kind of it seems to me, and I've talked to a lot of people and see a lot of things, that looks like the next area of potential big economic growth for the city right there, isn't it?
I think so. It's going to be huge for not only for the city, but Good Hope, and really the whole county. Anything we do is going to benefit the whole county.
Yes, sir. Now, I don't know that everyone knows this, but you're the, for lack of a better word, you're the head of public safety. You're if not by title, at least by your responsibilities, you're the police and fire commissioner.
That's right. I'm the chairman of the Public Safety Committee, which consists of the police and the fire department. We've got 2 excellent leaders in those departments, and then we work in conjunction with emergency management folks. And they're just great people, and they do a great job keeping this town and city and area safe.
Well, they do, and I know you've been instrumental in bringing the new fire station along, and that's critical to have that sort of infrastructure for new industry, right?
It is.
It's not just about fires and emergency management. It's an economic thing as well.
It sure is. And we've actually added the fire station 2 since we've been in office, and we've been planning the whole time since 2008. As soon as we got fire station 2 completed, it was already we already needed another one as soon as we got it completed, so we started thinking about fire station number 3, and we're in the process plans now, and it should be done in another year or so.
Well, that sounds good. Now I'm going to switch gears a little bit on you. You're what? You're about 5-10 years away from being a senior citizen, and I go to a lot of events, as you know, and I see you constantly. And whenever it's possible, you're dancing. And you don't just dance one dance, you dance pretty much the whole time. How do you keep in shape? How are you so virile and fit as you're getting towards senior citizen time?
As I'm getting towards senior citizen?
Yeah, you got 5-10 years before you're
right.
officially that. So.
Well, again, I like to keep things simple, Tim. Practice. Been my wife and I have been married for 52 years. We've been dancing for about 55 years since we first met, about 3 years before we got married. And I'm from South Carolina originally, the home of the Carolina Shag. I was born and raised in the Myrtle Beach area. And if you could breathe in that area, you learn how to shag and do what we call the Carolina Shag. And so that's our dance of choice. She's a big line dancer, and she's taught me several line dances also. And we kind of go around and compete a little and some fundraisers and have a lot of fun at it. And it's good exercise at the same time. Well,
that makes me part of the secret. And you're a little modest when you say you're good. Regardless of age category, I've seen you do it. You guys you're synchronized, you're sharp. So I don't know if that helps you get any votes, but it keeps you in shape, that's for sure.
Well, I think it does. Anytime you enjoy what you're doing, people see that, and it makes a difference.